Yo, what is up, fam? It's your dude Fan of here. Welcome to another video. Guys, this is the history of frozen pizza. Let's check it out, guys, because I just had frozen pizza, actually, so, wait. Guys, I've tried so many different brands of frozen pizza, I can't, like, there's some that are my favorite, but they all kind of taste genuinely the same. You know, the pepperonis be looking like this, bro. I don't know why they always look like that, man, but let's check this video out.
Frozen pizza, one of America's great
Facts, bro. That's Celeste. I already could tell, bro, what brand it is, because I'm a professional at this, man.
inventions. Foodies will scoff, as they always do.
Rich foodies and their takeout pizzas.
But when you were young and mom was too exhausted to whip up an
Whoa.
elaborate
Guys, what if you saw your neighbor doing that?
meal, a frozen pie thrown into
DiGiorno? Bleh. Don't like DiGiorno, guys. Not a big fan of DiGiorno. DiGiorno's a no-no.
the oven at 425 degrees for 15 minutes
They always, I'm good on DiGiorno, man. Just it tastes bland to me. I don't know why.
was the answer to everyone's prayers.
Abbondanza.
Today on Weird History Food, we're gonna talk about the history of
Red Barons are alright.
frozen pizza. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel.
Maybe later.
And let us know in the comments below what other unconventional foods you'd like to know more about. Now, no need to preheat your oven. This video is coming out hot and ready.
I'm ready.
To truly understand
How's it possible, bro? They make it and then they freeze it, right, guys?
the history of frozen pizza, it's important to have a tiny bit of basic knowledge on the pizza's origins.
What pizza is that, bro? They be selling that pizza for like $37. I'm good on that.
Before there was a reason to freeze them.
Look at all that, man. Chill.
While hard
There's too much pizza.
flatbread doused
Maybe I'm just full right now off pizza, but
with oil and scraps of whatever food was laying around the hut has been around since the Neolithic era. The modern pizza, the kind with various cheeses and tomatoes that you and I are familiar with, didn't appear until the early 18th century in Naples, Italy. These new, warm, fresh cheese and tomato pizzas were an instant hit amongst the poor working-class Neapolitans.
dang, bro. I am amongst the poor working class then, because I like pizza.
Who invented them. They combined the efficiency of sandwiches with the cheesy tomato-ness of Italian food.
Let's go. Oops.
And since most people of Naples stayed within their city limits, pizza remained a regional delicacy for decades. But all that changed when Italians began immigrating to America
Oh gosh. The New York takeover of pizza.
in 1880. As the first wave of immigrants settled in the northeastern U.S., Gennaro Lombardi opened America's first pizzeria
Is that the founder of American Pizza, guys?
in 1905. But it didn't start out as a pizzeria. Lombardi's was originally a neighborhood grocery store. One
Oh snap.
day, one of Lombardi's employees, fellow Italian immigrant Antonio Totono Pero,
That is definitely an Italian sounding name, right, guys?
suggested they try to sell fresh pizzas. Pero's 5-cent large pizzas became
Oh, they got their dog with them. Man's best friend.
so popular so fast, Lombardi swapped his building's grocery store license for a restaurant license, and Lombardi's Groceries became Lombardi's Pizzeria.
Dang, bro, straight up. Had to switch the business model and everything, guys.
Soon, pizzerias started popping up all over the East Coast. Most of them were opened by former Lombardi's pizza chefs, including Pero, who
Nice.
all wanted their own slice of the proverbial pie.
AKA the profit pie.
Of course, not every American got to experience the first wave of Italian pizza. Unless you lived in one of New York's 5 boroughs, chances are you were probably eating pickled vegetables, grains, and if you were lucky, gamey meat. Pizza was just a twinkle in
Dang, bro. Nowadays, meat is a lot more common. At least I do eat a good amount more of meat.
most rural
But not always.
Americans' eyes. That is until 1928, when 2 General Motors engineers, Thomas Midgley Jr. and Charles Franklin Kettering, changed home
This is way back in the history, dog.
refrigeration forever with their invention of Freon. This
Bro. Guys, I guess it's called the history of frozen pizza. I mean, the whole video's called it, right?
Refrigerating gas allowed General Motors to introduce their new domestic Frigidaire refrigerator freezer combo in 1940 to the home market. Before that, if you wanted to extend the
Guys, I used to like abuse Freon. I don't recommend doing it, bro. And my friends broke my dad's air conditioner doing it, man. It was not cool.
life of perishables, you stored them in a big wooden chest which was internally cooled with perpetually melting
Whoa.
blocks of ice. With modern home refrigerators,
Damn, bro. Wait, was that ice? Is that it was encased in that ice? You know how cold that would be? Oh my gosh. Whoa.
which was internally cooled with perpetually melting blocks of ice. Beginning to fly off American showroom floors, mom and pop pizzerias got the jump on the home pizza game first, long before anyone
Mom and pop for the win, bro. Now we don't got those no more.
thought of selling frozen pies. In June of 1950, the New York Times published an article about a Boston pizzeria selling pre-made, ready-to-cook pizzas. The pizzeria did everything except throw
I thought this was and they're talking about the history of fast food pizza, it seems.
the pie into the oven, and then customers could bake the raw pie at home.
Oh, okay.
Soon, New York pizzerias were selling pre-made, unbaked pizzas too. And with that, one of America's first food fads was born.
Let's go. Let's go.
But Joseph Bucci, a Philadelphia pizzeria owner, wanted to take his unbaked, ready-to-cook pizza game one step further, and he filed the first U.S. patent for frozen pizza. He called it the method for making frozen pizza. Once Bucci figured out how to freeze a pizza without the sauce seeping into the dough while still keeping its original taste and texture, other independent pizza makers
Oh snap! How do you even figure that out, man? Hey, the pursuit of profit gets us to figure out some cool stuff, right, guys?
took his lead, and small runs of regional frozen pizza brands started popping up all over local grocery stores. One of the very first pizzaiolos to master Bucci's frozen pizza technique was Jack DeLuca of East Cleveland, Ohio, which had a
Alright.
very large first-generation Italian-American community
Whoa. No, I thought those are all Italian-owned businesses. I mean, they are. They look like it.
at the time.
Not all of them. Imagine if your house, like the top floor is your house and the bottom floor is your business. I wish we could have that. Then you could just be chilling there and you don't have to do much work. I mean, you do, but you don't have to you don't have to commute to your business and back. You be chilling.
Oh, and since you're wondering, pizzaiolo is Italian for a professional pizza chef, and it's also a fun thing to shout at your Domino's delivery driver. After experimenting with different ways on how
More
to
like Domino's delivery bicyclist.
preserve his pizzas for months at a time, DeLuca perfected how to freeze pizza. Suddenly, he was selling $20,000 worth of pizza every month
Wow, literally rich.
in 1952. Converted for inflation, that would be over $223,000 a month in today's economy.
Rich.
That's a lot of dough. All that said, it was Rose and Jim Totino who took the frozen pizza game to new heights.
Oh, Totino's.
Totino, that name probably hit your ears like a Pavlovian dog whistle.
I know, right?
Once their
Guys, I gotta try like deep frying those Totinos, man. I want to try it.
Minneapolis pizzeria couldn't keep up with their customers'
Like the pizza rolls. Somebody told me to do that in chat. I'm gonna try it out one day.
demand for over 500 pizzas a day. The husband and wife team built a large frozen pizza plant in 1962. While Bucci, DeLuca, and other independent frozen pizza manufacturers might be able to produce a couple hundred pies on a good day, Totino's could produce hundreds of pies an hour. To be honest, pizza really lends itself to factory production. 13
Is that how they're made, bro? It's just like a freaking waterfall of marinara.
years later, after becoming America's top-selling frozen pizza manufacturer, Rose and Jim Totino sold the brand to the Pillsbury Company in 1975 for $22 million. With the acquisition of Totino's, Pillsbury became the instant leader of the frozen pizza industry, but their monopoly didn't last for long. Big players like the Schwan Food Company out of Minnesota
Pillsbury owns Tostino's, bros.
bought the Kansas-based Tony's Frozen Pizza in 1970.
Oh, Tony's. We also know about Tony's as well. So it is actually Italian based, guys. That's why they're called I just realized it's all based around Italian names.
And Red Baron's frozen pizza in 1975
Red Barons are good as well.
to take a big slice out of the frozen pie market. Kraft also got in the game when they bought the Tombstone pizza brand, which
Oh, Tombstone is good. One of the best as well.
was just starting to make some serious headway in the independent market as well. By the way, what's with the frozen pizza brands having weirdly sinister names?
Tombstone. The other ones aren't that sinister, I think.
Tombstone was the product of a pair of brothers, Pep and Ron Simic, who co-owned the Tombstone Bar in Medford, Wisconsin. When the Simics noticed how popular their in-house pizzas had become, they made frozen versions and shipped them around the country. By the time the Simic brothers sold their pizza to Kraft, it was the third most popular frozen pizza in the country. All three brands are still spinning pizzas today, with Red Baron hanging on as one of America's top-selling brands.
Red Baron's alright. I think I used to like Tombstones more, but my taste buds have changed. Nowadays, I don't know what I like as the best. Uh-oh. The feds cracking down on pizza of all things. What the?
It was around this time in the early 70s when frozen pizza got caught up in bureaucratic red tape and shady strong-arm politics, which almost crippled the market.
Come on now, fam.
Alarmed at the increased use
I really hope he gets to the portion where he talks about the status of frozen pizza today, guys.
of cheaper imitation cheese and frozen pizzas, the Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association tried to force the United States Department of Agriculture, you know them as the USDA, to set regulations on how much real cheese had to be on a frozen pizza. The correct answer is all of it, right? All of it should be real cheese. Actually, no. To keep costs down, frozen pizza manufacturers would use less cheese. So it was in the U.S. government's interest to force laws that insisted that every frozen pizza had to consist of 12% real cheese.
Wait, so what am I eating, guys? 12% cheese of all things?
12%? That's it? Still tastes pretty good. This mainly happened because America's annual dairy surplus was beginning to stop
It wasn't a mix-up, bro. I'm genuinely interested.
pile and go bad. And the
Ugh.
aforementioned USDA was already spending nearly $3 billion a year to buy excess cheese from local farmers. In short, the American cheese industry wanted a slice of the frozen pizza industry's share of the booming wealth. Those cheesy, delicious bastards.
Guys, what is this taken from?
When American
That's cool. That looks cool, but...
consumers realized their frozen pizzas tasted different and began to
Guys, does anyone eat frozen pizza, like, regularly? Let me know in the comments below.
rise in price. The USDA immediately received 5,600 letters from angry customers. The consensus
Come on, USDA. Another government crackdown.
of the letters was that American frozen pizza lovers did not want their pizzas regulated by the government, with rising costs being their highest concern. After similar strong-arm tactics,
Guys, see... that glass is awfully clear, man. It looks like he's not even holding it, guys. Like, what the heck am I watching, man? They did not design that glass the best.
in the early 80s,
A little bit.
cheese tactics
It looks like just like a clear thing, like nothing, bro.
eventually faded away, ensuring that frozen pizza manufacturers could keep the cheese out of their pies and their prices low. In addition to being besieged by the USDA's non-regulated cheese distribution fiasco, the
Superman butter, bro.
frozen pizza market of the 60s
Guys, I've never tried that. Don't really see stuff like that. Superman of all things. Nowadays it's like Spider-Man. We don't have any Superman movies, guys, right?
and 70s had grown stagnant. Every brand featured a flat and round slab of dough with tomato sauce, cheese, and basic toppings like pepperoni, sausage, and standard veggies. And while
I only like pepperoni. Sausage ain't the best to me.
boring pizza has the advantage of still being pizza, variety is the spicy meatball of life. It wouldn't be until the 80s that the frozen pizza market would
No, French breads are pretty good. They used to serve these in school for me, man.
see radical changes, thanks to Stouffer's Pizza, an independent frozen pizza manufacturer out of Ohio.
Whoa, like French red pizza bites, guys. I
Known
haven't tried that. I don't see those in stores.
mostly for its frozen lasagna, mac and cheese, meatloaf, and ravioli, Stouffer's popularized the oh-so-delicious French bread pizza at the start of the 1980s.
If we'd stuck with tradition, it wouldn't be so good.
According to legend, Stouffer's new pizza was invented/stolen after one of their hungry employees stumbled out of a late-night dance club and found Bob Petrolos selling his unique French bread pizza out of a nearby food truck. That Stouffer's employee took Petrolos's French bread crust idea back to the office, and suddenly, Stouffer's was in the frozen pizza
Dang, bro, that guy deserves money then, bro. He just stole an idea.
business. Honestly, one would expect most pizza innovations come on the back end of a desperate hangover. Several years later, in 1983, Paul Marriage and his brother David invented Hot Pockets, a twist on the pizza
Hot Pockets. I used to hear that commercial so much growing up.
with roots tied to the calzone.
We didn't have phones back then. We only had television, right, guys?
Another
Unless you grew up in a different age, but...
dish that originated in Naples about 100 years after they invented the modern pizza. The new trick with Hot Pockets was that the Marriage brothers were able to design a wraparound packaging sleeve along with a special dough formula that created a flaky crust when
These are pretty good.
thrown into a microwave. Bagel bites came onto the frozen
Bagel bites are pretty good as well, guys.
pizza scene a couple of years after Hot Pockets
I'll only eat them for like a month, then I'll lose my taste buds to them, guys. Anyone else get the same way?
in 1985. Florida businessmen Bob Mosier and Stan Garzinski invested $20,000 into the simple idea of mini bagels topped with pizza sauce, cheese, and bits of pepperoni and sausage. A simple yet brilliant idea, like windshield wipers or insulin. Thanks to a catchy jingle that dared parents to feed their children pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time.
Dang, that's how they try to brainwash us now. Dude, the commercials still do this, guys. It's blatant brainwashing, it seems.
When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza
Those are pretty good though, man.
anytime.
Plus the fact that the brand convinced popular pro skateboarder Tony Hawk to be the official Bagel Bites spokesperson, Mosier and Garzinski's $20,000
I did not know that.
gamble paid off, making their invention the top-selling frozen pizza product among kids under 16. Of course, Hot Pockets and the Bagel Bites could not exist without Pillsbury's Scepter, an invention that wasn't approved until 1980, years before all of those novelty microwavable snacks made the scene. Pillsbury's Scepters are those glossy gray plastic pieces of lightweight cardboard that go beneath your microwavable pizza and
Oh, those are pretty good. Those are useful.
burn the out of your fingers every single time. Not only did they make Hot Pockets and Bagel Bites possible,
Let's go, fam.
but also reduce the cooking time for a frozen pizza from
Man, they don't taste that good, man.
a quarter of an hour to a few minutes.
Not bad, not bad. Oh, it would be good if you're on the go. You can't really do that if you're working a job, right? You gotta. They don't have ovens on the job. They just got a microwave, man.
Frozen pizza would never be the same again. French bread pizza, Hot Pockets, and Bagel Bites were all whimsical riffs on frozen pizza. And there's no question
Guys, I want to see the. Oh wait, this is about DiGiorno, guys. Let's
that
see.
these kid-oriented snacks carried
A whole section about DiGiorno.
the frozen pie industry throughout the touch-and-go 80s. However, the most important innovation to rock the industry happened in 1995. This was the year that Kraft
It's calling it the most important.
Foods reinvented the frozen pizza game forever with their new line of DiGiorno frozen pizza, which featured a patented rising crust. Don't bother looking for the DiGiorno family, though. The Kraft marketing department baked up the Italian-sounding surname to convince their pizza-eating
Well, it's actually fake. It's not even a. Oh my gosh.
customers the brand had Italian roots. And if the authentic-sounding DiGiorno name didn't convince Americans to give this new pizza a try,
It's not worth it, bro. I'm not a fan of it, man.
early commercials
They
like
did it bad. They keep doing it bad. They keep coming up with new innovations, but it's not. I don't enjoy it.
this one certainly did. Ads featuring tantalizing visions of plump, rising golden brown crust had everyone convinced that DiGiorno's pizza was as good
It's like sold at premium prices, but I'm not the. I'd rather have one of the other brands, guys. Any other brand.
if not better than, the pie delivered by your local pizzeria.
Yeah, that's what they tried to sell it as, but it just came out bad, bro. It made me not want it, and it still doesn't. Like, it's not as good as takeout, guys. Domino's is better, in my opinion.
And in some cases, it actually was. both because DiGiorno's is pretty good and some delivery is pretty bad. Along with additives such as gums, protein...
Yeah, some are good, some are good. Some are pretty bad, actually. Little Caesars, I think is better than DiGiorno, though.
Film formers, and surfactants, all of which help dough retain its structure during freezing and thawing. DiGiorno's innovative crust included oils, yeast, and baking soda to strengthen the pizza's foundation, helping it stay hydrated rather than drying out. And thanks to the combination of savvy marketing and a unique rising crust, DiGiorno not only became the top-selling frozen pizza brand in the world within a year,
Why?
but its sales still account for nearly half of all frozen pizzas sold today.
Dang, for reals, guys? I mean,
So,
hey, if they had a pretzel crust, I'd try it out.
what's in store for the
Can't believe DiGiorno has a monopoly here, guys. What the?
future of frozen pizza? It's hard to predict. Currently, there's a big
What's Oprah?
push to make frozen pizza healthy with things like cauliflower crust, which
Yeah. Guys, I tried these before and they're alright.
seems a bit counterintuitive to the entire ethos of a frozen pizza. Listen,
Oprah likes it.
some things just weren't meant to be. Frogs were not meant to fly, and pizza is never supposed to feel like the responsible meal choice. But until some brilliant mind
It has all 3 food groups. I don't think it's that unhealthy. Oreos are more unhealthier than pizza.
at a frozen food manufacturer can recreate the pizza rehydration scene in Back to the Future 2 for the consumer market, we're probably going to be waiting a while for the next frozen pizza revolution. So what do you think?
That was the Celeste brand, I could tell. But yeah, guys, that's a video. Peace out, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. Much love, fam. Thank you for we're almost at 5,500 subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch channel, Twitch Prime subs. Let's look at a few comments here. Video about the pumpkin spice craze would be interesting. Oh, facts, bro. And we get to the point where everything in the breast is cereal. Huh. Pumpkin spice, by the way. Later, guys.